Someone took them over and they all drove off the lot.
Some more Teslas. You better get your kids out the road. They're going to crash into each other. Self-driving capability, yeah.
Get back in the car.
Get your kids out the road. Get the car out the road. What's going on? It's your boy Sintel with the Intel, and you already see Rakai is in the building. What's going on, my guy?
Hello, Governor.
Yes, sir. You know, sometimes you feel like you gotta leave the world behind. What do you want me to do, man? It's early. It's early in the morning here, man. I got my coffee and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. That's usually when they go into the restroom and take the cell phone and leave the world behind.
Exactly. I got some back reading I got to do. Listen, this is one of Netflix's newer shows. Apparently, it's got some interesting conversations. Some people love it. Some people hate it. We're gonna find out for ourselves. IMDb gave it a 6.6 out of 10. Make sure you stay towards the very end because we're gonna give you our opinion regarding how we feel about it. I promise you, it's probably gonna be a very unique version in what you typically hear because, you know, what are you saying? We got these diamond mines, you know what I'm saying? And Centellians and this intelligence.
Oh,
you see? I'm like 3 for 3 right now. All right, without any further ado, let's get started.
Well, I couldn't sleep, and it has been such a hellish year for us, as you know. And I just seem to be working every day without even realizing it.
My man's like, yo, can I blink first before you hit me with all this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know me. I'm always down for a little vacay, especially with the kids. We haven't done that in a while.
Is there some symbolism with the crack in the wall over her side of the bed?
I like it. I like it.
To watch the sunrise. And I saw all these people starting their day with such tenacity, such verve. All in an effort to...
Such verve. Okay, I gotta Google that.
And I came to a more accurate realization. I fucking hate people.
Dang. Okay. What? Word? Dang.
Oh, so that's how we do it,
right? Like, wait, we banging before breakfast?
Yeah. Hey, that line right there might have done it for me. I'm invested now. Let's go. Let's go.
Did you find?
Or did she let her be? But I care that she lies about it.
Be the bachelorette party. Yeah. Sorry, boys. This ride's closing.
Oh, R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
R.I.P. I was never a big fans. I mean, never a Friends person.
Oh man, of course, living single, dog. Come on now.
Yeah. Just one of those things. Nice. Another thing to remind me that I'm not living my life right. That's how you leave a gift basket.
You ain't lying. My goodness.
Welcome to our home.
What did they do?
Looks like
Take this 1963 Bordeaux.
Yeah, you come on now. You knew that was coming out
for us.
Yeah.
Lock that down.
Worth a try. Know your limits.
Yeah. We left your basket. Roll with that.
That looks like a very expensive grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you see a grocery store with like awnings.
Yeah. It's like Whole Food Trader Joe's. This dude is stocking up for real. Like,
I mean, dang. All
emergency prepper type.
What do you know? Hey, is that Kevin Bacon?
It is Kevin Bacon.
No, he was in this?
I want you to have a good time. Just don't let the kids see you.
Hey, I got another idea for a good time.
All right.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wait a minute. You see the way she looked at him?
I know, right?
We've got 15 minutes before they're begging to go to the beach.
Yeah, man. Get your ass off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a record.
It does. I mean, even that looks like the arm that you drop on it.
Right?
Sunblock?
Yep.
We're practically have the beach to ourselves.
Yo, who be doing these push-ins on her like this? It feels like an old Spike Lee joint. Goodness.
It does. It feels...
All right, that's Sag Harbor. That's at least an hour away, honey.
It's getting closer.
What is?
Ship.
Oh, you called it, man.
There must be a port around here. I read this piece in the Atlantic that says New York has one of the largest natural harbors on the planet.
I mean, but look at the direction. It's coming straight towards you, my guy. Like, it's not going to Baltimore.
You okay, Rose?
I think that ship is heading towards us.
What was that, sweetie?
Yo, if you can hear it. Oh, man, y'all need to dip.
Hey, listen. You know ain't nobody black out there because we'd already been gone.
Been gone. Y'all sitting there just staring at this. Y'all need to dip.
It's getting close, huh?
I think that's a problem.
No, come on. It's gonna stop.
This conversation hurt.
Wake up. Archie, come on, bud. Yeah, help us back up.
Yeah, let's roll.
Why? Holy fuck.
Jesus, Archie, let's go.
Why y'all talking? Why y'all even
look-
getting
look
this
how
stuff?
fast it's
Just
moving.
dip. White lion, huh?
Yeah, and at this point, this tiptoeing in the sand, yeah, you should be using your big boy running.
Yo, needs the chest.
Big boat like that can run on a skeleton crew, and it depends on the computer to do most of it.
Yo, it is still going.
Yeah, it stopped because it couldn't go anymore, but I bet the engine is still, I bet, that motor, the rotors are still.
Something to do with the nav system.
Oh, yeah, you said it. Hey, Rockstar. Guess there must be a sponsor, Rockstar Games.
Mm-hmm. I know they're like, the one day
There's a Starbucks.
we chose to go on vacation, sitting on the beach, and it's like a national disaster.
I tried to check the game, but there's no signal. You still gonna be down for burgers tonight?
Yeah, I could be down for that.
I'm down for burgers right now.
What you said.
The kids seem to have completely gotten over it, like it was something they saw on a show.
Right?
We're on to the next episode.
That's the world that we live in.
That is the world we live in. Meanwhile, nature over there like, ah.
That's a good omen. Seeing deer.
Yeah, y'all don't live in the South.
Mesoamerican mythology.
It's not a good omen to see deer.
Yeah.
Deer are
if they lived in the
disgusting
South,
animals.
if they lived in the South, he's like, honey, where's my rifle?
Where's my rifle?
We was gonna have burgers, but tonight it's venison.
Why would I have a bat?
Oh, that's just somebody knocking on the door. You know, bludgeon somebody with modern art.
Yes.
I thought we should try the side door because it has glass and you've seen us and known we're just, you must be Amanda.
Yeah, things you have to think about when you black.
You two know each other?
No, we have not had the pleasure of meeting face to face. I'm GH Scott.
It's my house.
Oh, forgive me, I forgot. See, this is why I much prefer life before the internet. Because we would have spoken on the phone, you'd recognize my voice and known that this is our house.
Oh, it's their house.
I'm sorry?
That's how he knew
This is
who she
our
was.
house. I'm the George you emailed back and forth with.
No, I remember the name. This is your house.
She said it like that. Like,
Can we talk?
We'd have called, you see, but the phones are out.
Yeah, my phone doesn't seem to have service.
It's almost as if we're telling the truth.
There we go. How about we start with the pleasantries?
I mean, Archie'd sleep through the atom bomb, you know? Let's go to the kitchen.
seems like a detail he probably shouldn't have shared.
Yeah, but you know, the key question is, why are you here?
He's on the board of the Philharmonic. He likes to encourage everyone he knows to take an interest in classical music. So, in other words, I am one lucky daughter.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been a daughter because I saw the 96 on her shoulder.
So when we saw the lights go, I looked at Ruth.
And said that he would feel better if we stayed here. You know, in his house.
Of course. You know, just...
Well, look at her. She's like,
I think what he means is, of course, we understand.
Refund me my money. We good.
I think the internet is down anyway, so...
Okay, look, I'm sorry. I just, I don't feel comfortable staying in a house with
you people.
Here we are.
Oh, you see the pistol. You know the rules of movies. You can't show a gun and not use it.
she's like, I don't
We're gonna
trust
go
her.
talk in the other room, right?
Say, you mind if I made myself a drink?
Oh, sure. Make yourself right at,
Yeah, that part.
they're strangers.
They introduced themselves.
They knocked on the door in the middle of the night.
She does have a point.
They scared the shit out of me.
Well, I think, that they were scared too, right? I mean, they didn't know what else to do.
Well, here's an idea. Go to a hotel.
This is their home.
Another good point.
I'm sorry. This really doesn't seem like their house. The board of the Philharmonic.
Really?
I want to think about it.
But you don't think he'd want to molest Archie, though?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying I don't like the way any of this sounds. A flight of fucking stairs. Give me a break.
She does have some points, though. I can understand the argument, yeah.
And it would be cool if her inner Karen wasn't coming out, if it wasn't all tinged in racism.
It's like, you're right, but it's the way you're going about it.
All right, I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to talk to them. And if I get a bad vibe, I'm going to say no.
At least ask for some ID.
But if things are cool, I say we let him stay.
I wish I had your faith in people.
He's a teacher. He's a teacher. That's why he has faith in people like that.
Hollywood thing, fake ice. Notice it doesn't float because it's made out of plastic. Just some behind the scenes kind of thing.
Have to make you one. Yeah, I might have a drink.
See the ice just sinks to the bottom.
It's all yours.
I love Hollywood ice. That just cracks me up.
What about you? Brooklyn, Sunset Park.
Well, it's actually Park Slope.
Ah, very nice. So everyone wants to live these days. Affordable, too.
You ain't on my level.
She's an art dealer, so she travels a lot. Her flight is due back here in the morning, actually.
Could I see your ID?
There we go. Good
It's a
question.
fair ask.
Yes, it is.
Stranger showing up in the middle of the night. My kids are upstairs.
Of course. I understand.
Yeah, his patience is wearing thin, though.
You're not gonna believe this, but I left my wallet in my coat pocket, which I checked at the symphony. And all the commotion, I must have forgotten it there.
Well, looks like you did the right thing getting out of the city. Sure, it's a mess.
Every station. That's when the panic hits for me.
I think that you should stay here tonight. Tomorrow we'll sort through everything. Things always look different by the light of day.
He's very optimistic.
Self-help cliches, they're rooted in some truth.
I was afraid.
Afraid of what?
That it would confirm something.
Waves are getting rocky on there. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, at this point, I'm waiting on the broadcast to come back from the aliens like this is Independence Day. See, there it is.
Cyber attack across the country, huh? Wow. Part 2, The Curve. All right, not bad for part 1. Not bad at all.
A cyber attack across the country.
Uh-oh. Oh, the deer like, oh, y'all technology gone? Yeah, they're like, yo, welcome back to the food chain, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Do never just walk up on it.
Look how many deer it is.
Wow.
The deer's got a gang out there.
The last thing that I want is to be sucked into a career that I regret 10 years from now, by which point I will be trapped by the pressure to stay the course because I'll be too old to re-enter the workforce. You know what I mean?
Shot across the bow.
Yeah.
Or try to find someone to talk to see if they know what's going on.
Smart. I thought I'd go over to our neighbor's house, the Huxleys. They only live a few miles down the road.
Miles. That's your neighbor?
Is that what Ruth told you?
Among other horrifying things, yes.
Well, obviously, Ruth is being a little paranoid.
Aren't you the one who always said, if you're not paranoid by now, it's probably too late?
I'm worried about Mom. You think her flight is gonna be okay?
Yeah, you want planes dropping out the sky.
Sure. Matter of fact, I bet she's...
Another dope shot. How'd they get that through the glass? Wow.
I don't know what else to think about.
I still don't have a good feel for what exactly is going on, except that they're not innocent.
Nah, especially when you're withholding information that you knew beforehand that the blackout was going to happen. That makes you real sus. Damn, if radio doesn't work, that's telling. The Huxleys, huh? In the night there. Dang. Oh, it went down at the Huxleys, didn't it?
Archie, I saw something this morning. Deer.
This is starting to feel very M. Night.
Like squirrels or
It is.
pigeons.
Look at this dude.
No,
Look at
this
him.
was different. Like, they were trying to tell us something.
That's for later perv time. That's
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak Spanish.
Yo, if the satellite phone ain't working, then you know it's bad. Oh, that look like a murder cabin.
yeah. I about to say this.
Yeah.
Wrong turn. This cabin in the woods.
So I heard something on the radio said the migration patterns are off, right?
Mm-hmm. Said it really affected things down south.
Oh, I smell bodies. Those are buzzards, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Get to town?
Necesito usar su teléfono. El
Yeah,
mío
yeah,
está muerto.
no, I don't have any service either. No, don't.
Militar, salí huyendo. No hay nadie por aquí. Será un ataque químico. Por favor, no me dejes.
He's like, you're freaking me out. Like,
Is she warning him?
it seems like
It seemed like
But she
come on a
kept-
plea for help, right?
Isn't that the room you were sleeping in?
Dang, why he messing with her like that?
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What do you see? Crop duster.
No, is that?
Oh no, that's a
crop?
drone. Oh hell no! Do not let that red stuff touch you, guy.
And that's what she kept saying about the red. She kept saying rojo.
Rojo, yeah. Oh! Don't let that red stuff touch you.
Yeah.
It's all dark out here.
Is that the only body? How'd they bury it so
No.
fast? Oh, it was a plane crash.
Oh, there's part of the plane. Yeah.
What the
What the
hell
hell?
is that?
Plane
Yeah,
dropped right out
planes
of the
falling
damn
out the
sky.
sky.
What is that bullshit?
Oh, it's
Those are
propaganda.
flyers?
Yeah, it's flyers.
This morning I saw deer. Not a deer, a fuck lot of deer. Do they go around in big groups like that?
Where the fuck would I know anything about deer?
Oh, another one about to crash. Look at this. Yeah,
Why is
it's
he
heading
still
to
standing
you.
there?
What is up with this deer
Yeah.
headlight stuff?
How can he have that complexion and have his inner Caucasian out just?
Need some chest, bro.
Yeah.
You better run like you in the neighborhood, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you better get your Usain Bolt on. Oh my God.
Yo. Wow.
What were you doing near the pool? I thought you were looking for Rich.
Do you mind going to my study and getting me something to wear? Afraid this is the only change of clothes I had downstairs.
Why didn't he tell her what the hell really happened?
So you think that the hackers or whatever knocked out our satellites?
Tell him about the plane.
Don't you think you're
Tell her about the
maybe
plane.
getting a little carried away? I mean, maybe you just didn't use the phone right.
I saw a plane nose dive out of the sky into the ocean.
There you go. Should have led with that.
And it wasn't the first.
That's why he didn't want her to hear it, because of her mama.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
That sounds like an
Yeah.
attack.
Where are my kids?
Exactly. That's why, like, that should have been the first thing. The shit?
Is that a new kind of warfare technology?
Yeah, why not? I mean, just think about it. If you use sound, people can't fight you if they're disoriented.
Yeah. Wow. The noise.
Planes don't usually break the sound barrier. The Concorde doesn't fly anymore.
Maybe it was a plane that we don't know about.
Nah, there's some logic to that.
We wait for Clay to come back and we see what he's learned.
Should I drive to town and look for him? Or we should fill the bathtubs full of water, or is there enough batteries and Tylenol? And...
Not mad at that, yeah.
We're safe here, we should just sit tight.
How do you know that we're safe when you don't know what the fuck is happening to us?
Maybe it was like, what was that, 10 Mile Island? I mean, there are power plants here, aren't there?
3 Mile Island.
3 Mile, yeah, okay.
We shouldn't speculate.
Stop saying that. I just want you to fucking tell me what you're thinking. There's the blackout, and then you see the planes crashing. And... What? What? She's an adult. You cannot protect her, just like you cannot protect me right now.
Oh, you so busy about protecting your kids.
I don't believe you. I haven't believed you since you walked through that front door.
Golly, I wonder what it is about us that makes you so mistrustful.
That part.
Always think you know what you're talking about, don't you?
Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Roof.
Roof got bars, man. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of right with a lot of people, and there's a lot of wrong. You know, it's the back and forth. Cause Amanda, she's saying some real shit. It's just her delivery is just trash.
Yeah, that's the inner Karen.
Yeah.
He knew. At the market in town yesterday, there was a guy in the...
Kevin Bacon knew.
He bought cases of water and canned goods.
So you didn't see anyone that might help us figure out what's happening here?
No, I did not see anyone.
Why are you lying like this?
Stop lying.
I have no idea what it says.
What's that? Oh.
Death to America.
What?
Death to America.
You read Arabic?
I mean, I don't know what the rest of this means, but this part, it definitely means death to America. I remember from a game I was playing.
Fucking game you playing? Look at everybody looking at him.
We're not going to the city. We're going to my sister's in Jersey.
To get to New Jersey from here, you have to drive through the city.
But to be clear, I make a right.
He like, yeah, whatever, dog.
But listen to me, please. This is dangerous what you're doing for you and your family.
Dad, let them...
Let
them go.
Them white people go. Let them go.
I really appreciate you taking care of us. I do. We have to do what's right for our family.
Yeah, man, let them go.
This is in
Shoot.
everyone's best interest.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's good. Now I got to share none of my resources with y'all. I ain't got to share my food. I ain't got to share my water. I ain't got to share no shelter. All I got to do is protect one person now.
So she came off of this is not really his house.
They'll be back. Better. Yes.
For who?
For us.
I'm Team Roof, man.
I don't want to have to agree with that woman, but she was right. And you really should have told me what you saw.
Hey, I know what you're thinking, but I'm certain your mother's plane wouldn't be flying over here. It wasn't the same airline.
And they don't know it's nationwide yet, do they?
If we hit traffic, at least we'll be able to talk to people.
Yo, you probably can't even move on the freeway.
Yeah, hit traffic. Have y'all not seen Independence Day? Like,
it's a vacation from hell.
Things get funnier with time, isn't that what they say?
I think they say it a little differently, but no.
You stay with the kids, honey. We take a look.
this is like The Last of Us now.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not supposed to be a horror movie, but it sure as hell feels like one. Everybody got white Teslas? Oh, because they drive on their own. That's right, the GPS, and they can drive on their own. That makes sense, especially if you're doing a cyber attack. Just have the Teslas like jam everything up. That would be kind of brilliant.
Look at that long line of all white Teslas.
You see anyone?
There's nobody here.
Now they're gonna go back.
Brand new, yeah.
They drove off the lot. Someone took them over and they all drove off the lot.
Some more Teslas. You better get your kids out the road. They're going to crash into each other. Self-driving capability, yeah.
Get back in the car.
Get your kids out the road. Get the car out the road.
It take them so long to realize
I don't
anything.
understand. They got this deer in headlights thing. Yo. Oh, whip it, dog. Let's go. Come on, Julia.
Like Grand Theft Auto out this piece.
Look at this. Guess who's back? Back again. With egg on your face.
Yeah.
Look at you. The flood.
What was part 3 called? I remember part 2 was the curve. I
The
didn't
third-
even see what part 3 was.
The third one was the sound, right? The siren.
Oh yeah, it was. It was the sound.
We stay here tonight, and then in the morning, maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe, I don't know.
I need Amanda to work on her delivery because she's not wrong. Golly, how do you work with clients? Like, that's what she says she
Yeah.
does?
Yeah, in advertising.
Meanwhile, the world's going upside down.
Like
He's
him.
staying on track. Stay on
Yeah.
target.
Yes. Yes. Teenage homos. I told you spank bank.
Mother Nature does not waver, bruh.
Yes. The internet is undefeated, and so is Mother Nature.
Is that? That's like marijuana? I mean, I know that they got different kinds now. Like
I thought it was the weed one. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, see? Team Roof.
What is it?
She just keep coming with the right answers.
I feel real sorry for you then.
Why is that?
Because people are terrible. I mean, fuck. Look at the way I treated you.
At least she owned it. I'll give her that. At least you owned it.
And he didn't say nothing. He's like, all right.
I am sorry, by the way, for what I
Are you, pal?
said.
I mean, you know, you got to make amends. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. And right now, he's feeding all of them. Housing, food, liquor. You better make amends.
Should come back with a tail between the
I
legs.
might take a little satisfaction in watching the market punish him.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the apology seem kind of hollow because you're only doing it because you're powerless.
But when events like this happen in the world, the best, even the most powerful people can hope for is a heads up.
Dang, that is a little more terrifying.
Changed my mind. I don't think I like you anymore.
Come on.
It seems very similar to when the brother was teasing the little sister. With the ghost story. Yeah.
I see you, Rose.
What do you want?
Sleep with you, shoot.
No, he's sick.
You're still on this shit? Who gives a fuck?
Well, I do, obviously.
Why do you care so much about that show anyway?
Oh, you're right. He is sick.
Just saying. Yeah, you're probably right. The way things are going, you're not going to see that show ever again.
Dang.
So if I were you, I'd find something else to care about.
You a mean big brother.
Yep, asshole always on deck.
Those
On the side of the pool?
Yeah.
But
Sprinkler
not only
system.
that, that's a source of fresh water. Yeah, you see, they in the in-law suite now. Y'all left.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I still see the waves on the one on the.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Let them come back and take the mess. Listen. You
Is
left.
he okay?
He's a little warm, but I think he'll be fine.
Nah, he's sick.
Yeah.
What are
Got
you
the
still doing
tick's
now?
head and it's,
It was from the tick.
I keep thinking
Yeah.
about this.
Was it a Lyme disease, right? Yeah.
uh-huh.
Can you sleep in the bed with me?
Sure. Bed's not big, and I don't mind sleeping on the floor.
Man, you kidding me? You in your 40s, man. You better sleep in the bed.
That's an ache that you won't be
Yeah,
able to
that's
get
what I'm
back
saying.
tomorrow.
Like, that don't help nobody.
We already know the wife
Good
has
question.
no chill. That
Good question.
boy was sneaking pictures of me by the pool. That little girl keeps staring into the woods like Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko reference. Let's go.
How do you know that?
He's not actually gonna do anything. He's not that guy. But did he want to? Abso-fucking-lutely. My point remains, I don't trust them.
She's not wrong. Old girl's husband would definitely take a bite out of her apple if she...
If that's what you're asking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be dulled out easily to anyone.
Facts.
Just what exactly was the point of letting them back into the house?
What's the right thing to do?
Listen to your daughter.
So that's the moon, right?
Yep.
Oh, what the shit?
I know you're sleepy, but I need you to get up so I can
Nah, he's a
look
wrap.
at you and take your temperature. You were pretty warm last night.
Lyme disease work that quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you throw her?
Oh, okay.
His legs should be infected as hell.
Yeah. Lyme disease works that fast? Word?
I don't know, man.
Oh, the
Some
root
damn
is still attached.
Radiated.
Oh,
Oh!
gosh. Stop picking them out.
Stop doing that.
Hey,
Clay.
he gonna go from 18 to 80.
He must be dreaming. Because Lyme disease don't do that, do it?
Nah.
Hell
What's wrong
no.
with Archie?
What is it? Oh, the fuck?
That's exactly what I said. It was a little warm last night, but this, I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, you're okay. I don't feel okay.
Let's say you're okay. Oh no, that's real.
The last one? Word? Okay.
Right now,
Go to my
let's
contractor's
work
house.
on
He's not that far from
finding
here.
some
Said
penicillin.
you saw him stocking up on supplies. If I know Danny, he's prepared for anything. He might have something useful.
Some antibodies, maybe.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
She might be playing outside. I'll look up.
I looked there, but feel free to check again.
I don't understand. Where is she? She has to be here somewhere.
No, she's not. I'm telling you, I have looked everywhere and she's not here.
She said she was tired of waiting.
So maybe there. I don't know.
I'm going.
She just run off. Does she know where the hell the shit is? No, he's not all right.
Don't you see that something is happening? It is happening right now. Whatever it is, it's happening to Archie. It's happening to all of us. You can't leave. The world could be ending
That's
out
right.
there.
We don't split up.
But Will, there's no choice. Look, I'll be back for you before this goes off.
You listen to your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hugs? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. The little spiral pattern.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare. This is a goddamn nightmare. Where would Rose have gone? Why would she leave?
She said she was fed up last night.
Tired of waiting.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, but I do care.
Why are you like this?
That part. Privilege. That's why she's like that.
Every day, all day, my job, my whole job is to understand people well enough so that I know how to lie to them so I can sell them things they don't really want. We fuck every living thing on this planet over and think it'll be fine because we use paper straws and order the free-range chicken.
Nothing's going
need
to
each other.
change the fact that we are all we've got.
Yep.
I don't want to be this way.
Easy. Like it just it's like new skin. It's so easy for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, she wears it just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this feels so comfortable.
The fuck? Oh, the deer.
They done found out what they did with Bambi Mama. They
So
rolling
came
out,
to get our
B.
lick back.
They rolling out, B.
You know what? I'll say this about this movie. It's very well directed. Like, the story may be, you know, a conversation piece, but it's very well directed.
Mm-hmm. And there are some fantastic shots.
Yes.
Just camera angles in
Yes.
here. But I think they do get caught up with trying to do too much.
I can maybe see that. Okay.
Archie, you stay here.
You said Taylor?
I think that's that girl. Remember, was at the beach and he was trying to track her down, and she stays like an hour away.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Careful now.
Look, Danny don't give a shit. No, you see where coming in?
What?
Off the porch and by your vehicle.
He's like, for all I know, you in on this shit.
Yeah.
You see, he called him you and your comrade.
You and your comrade. Get the flag out proud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're from the city.
Well, that's a lucky break for your family. You imagine what a shit show the city must be right now?
That part.
Pray, whatever works for you.
Oh, Danny.
I couldn't.
Easy. Easy walking up.
We're gonna need more than just prayers. Knowing how primed you are for these kind of situations, we're thinking you might have some medicine that'll be able to help him.
What I got isn't your business.
Your daughter told you was too trusting.
We're friends.
That's the old way, George. You're not thinking clearly.
Danny, what are you saying?
He ain't lying, though.
I thought I was doing the right thing by bringing him here. Now, if you have some medicine that can help him...
Well, we can pay.
Money don't mean shit no more.
Nothing's here.
Deer got them staked out.
Oh, that's a motorcycle track? Is that what that is?
Rosie.
Oh, bicycle track.
The bicycle track.
Ruth, it's bike tracks.
Oh. Time to get that lick back.
Yeah, these are not the nice deer. She gonna get stomped to death.
Why didn't y'all get back in the shack?
Now.
Why are you trying to talk sense to this man with a shotgun in his hand?
Yeah.
Oh, the buck showed up. The big buck showed up.
Oh, look.
Other deer was like, yo, there she go.
Oh, don't.
Trying to reason with him.
They look like, are y'all done? Are you finished or are you done?
Is we done or is we finished? Get in the cabin. I don't understand neither one of them two scenes. It's mad frustrating. First off, you about to die for somebody else's son? And the dude got a shotgun? Why are we even having a conversation? Be like, look, bro, you know, sorry, Clay.
Look, money talk, bullshit take a hike.
Oh, you see the animals coming and you have shelter right next to you and you gonna sit there and just stare?
Hey, I got another tidbit for you. Free of charge if you want it. It's the Koreans behind all this.
Koreans.
You see, that makes more sense than the Russians.
But, seeing as he did 4 tours in Iraq, he sure as shit would have known if it looked like that.
So, disinformation.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
Made
different
a lot of
everywhere.
enemies around the world. Maybe all this means is a few of them teamed up.
That part. That's scary as fuck.
It's like when dogs know storms are coming.
There's more bike tracks up ahead.
She ain't hearing none of that.
You do know where the little girl went, right?
We should go back to the house. My dad is probably there. Maybe he can help us.
Not going anywhere without Rosie.
I'll be like, yeah, I feel you. I'm going back to that crib though. Yeah.
That house. That's got to be where she went.
I don't think so. What is she looking at?
Yeah, you was about to die for people you just met yesterday. I don't understand that. I just don't get that.
I didn't think we'd actually let something like this happen. I thought we were smarter than that.
What happened?
What if it's internal?
There was one program in particular that terrified my client the most. A simple 3-stage maneuver that could topple a country's government from within.
Mm-hmm.
Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other. Done successfully, the 3rd stage would happen on its own.
Civil War, yeah. You just destroy yourself.
A coup d'etat.
Mm.
Civil War.
Yep.
This program was considered the most cost-effective way to destabilize a country because if the target nation was dysfunctional enough, it would, in essence, do the work for you. Whoever started this wants us to finish
it. Oh, man. Man.
Everything he says, big facts. What is she looking at?
Probably her daughter jacked up.
What?
Oh, a nuke.
No, it can't be a nuke. It's definitely a mushroom cloud, though. The city's burning. Like, that is 9/11 level smoke. Oh, shit.
Yo.
You know, I've said it several times. You know where the little girl was going, right, on the bicycle?
Yeah.
She was going to ride the bicycle back to the city. She was tired of waiting to see how Friends was going to end. Remember, she wanted to go to the coffee shop where they shot all the damn all the
Oh,
scenes of
yeah.
Friends.
She went to go see Friends.
Look, she just want to watch Friends.
That's all she want to do. Wow.
Well, I guess she would have to. I guess she would have to, because you can't rely on streaming.
She got her wish.
Last.
The last one. You're talking about the roll credits. I can feel it. Yep. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Cintel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Wow. Word, we gonna end it like that. That's how they gonna do us. Wow. All right, I doubt there's any post-credit scenes. This isn't a post-credit scene type of film. But wow. I knew they was gonna do that. A part of me did see that coming, that she was gonna end up seeing Friends. I didn't know how. I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really thought she took the said the F it and took the bicycle. She's riding back to the city. She's going to the little coffee house. So. Yeah, I mean, that makes more sense, but
yo, first off, I'll start off. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the film. It was an interesting look at a doomsday, because a lot of the doomsday films that you watch, you know, they on like some Mad Max kind of thing going on, you know, like super post-apocalyptic. You know, to actually see the actual jump off without it being like overly sensationalized, I thought was a cool little interesting way of going about it. And then like having like logical step for step logical reasons of how it could go down. Like, I'm sure there's probably people that's websites and blogs all over the place debunking it or saying that it could happen. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the fact that the story was entertaining and it was plausible and believable enough in the world that this exists in. So I'd give it like a good 7 out of 10. I was entertained. How'd you feel?
I agree with everything you just said. I think it's interesting. Like, you know, we've seen these types of things before. Like at a certain point in there, it made me think of the worst of them. What was the Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard movie?
Okay.
Had sort of the same kind of premise. What I thought was most interesting about this was the realism that it played out. Like, you know, when you see most movies about a homegrown coup d'etat, you know, rogue army forces are attacking or whatever, the directors or whatever always find a point to show you the forces and strange, you know, colored camouflage and the guns, and somehow they've got tanks over here. Like, what, they dropped those off last night in the middle of the night? Like, they got their own tanks and weapons and they got everything over here. Like, you know, and how did this happen like this? But this, where the isolation, and where one of the best lines in the scene was where a dude, the husband, jumped in front of Kevin Bacon's character, Danny, with the gun, and pleaded to him to help my son because I am useless. I depend on my GPS. I depend on my cell phone. I don't know shit about shit. I am useless. I am doing, the only thing I know how to do is coming to you and begging you to help my son. That's all I want to do is help my family. And, you know, and the sad thing is, most of us would fall in that category. You know, a few of us would have a few skills, and you know, and I personally don't know anyone who is a doomsday prepper. You know, which is strange though, you know what I'm saying? Because the kind of life that people live, it seems like we should be doing a little bit more preparation. Whereas a lot of the people I know, for whatever reason, believe in the Illuminati. And that, you know, that apparently Jay-Z and Beyonce run it or what have you. You know, any black folks that are successful, they in the Illuminati and they've sacrificed family members to get there or whatever. But, you know, it just, like he said in the movie, he said that the worst thing is, you know, it's easy to think it's some shadowy, you know, group that's doing all this. He said the worst thing is, you know, whoever started it, no one's doing this.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I guess in the end, we did, you know, it was somebody behind us doing it for a reason. But like you said, we would do all the work for them.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Here's the thing that to me is the most startling. And you can read into it how you want, but for me, it's startling to me that this is produced by Barack. Like, that to me is the most startling. Like, don't get me wrong, like if I didn't know this film would still be like really, I'd still give it a 7 out of 10. But for the simple fact that this is produced by a man who was in the White House, by a man who has looked behind the curtain and has seen the inner workings of how politics and how geopolitical moves happen and what to do in situations when there's civil unrest. He's the president. There's no more powerful person in the world than the president. And this is the man, well, seemingly, I'm sure there's arguments. Yes. Just work with me for now. And this is the man who was like, that's the film I want to produce. That to me is more interesting than anything else that this story has to offer, is that this is the story that Barack is willing to put money behind to tell. That's very telling to me.
Well, I have 2 thoughts about that.
Okay.
One being that the president is the most powerful figurehead.
Okay.
And just because, you know, like how he was talking about that man who meets with his evil cabal of people who really run the world, you know, whether there really is that or there isn't, there are a lot of very rich, powerful people who, you know, do a lot of things that are in their own self-interest behind the scenes. And whether they're making deals with other rich and powerful people to get what they want for whatever reason that they want it, that is most definitely happened. I mean, you know, we have no problem imagining that happening in the movie industry, in the music business, and, you know, in all sorts of different businesses. So definitely when it comes to, you know, I'm not saying outright world domination, but when it comes to big stuff like that, yeah, that makes complete sense. Barack Obama has probably had to sit outside the room. He had to go sit down at the little kids' table. There's like, you know, there's like, we know what you are, but we going into the big boys' room, and you don't have the clearance to be in the big boys' room. You know, we going to talk about some real stuff. You know. And then my second thing about that was, it was real telling in this how Rose, I don't know, and I just think black people as a whole, those who are tuned in, those who are not, their whole world is consumed by Sexy Red and the baby. I think, you know, we have a lot of information and we know a lot of stuff. So it's like the whole time she's putting Julia Roberts' character, she's putting her up on game. Like Julia, being in her bubble, being a Karen, she didn't know anything about anything. And the only person who really knew more than Rose and her daddy was Danny. And that's because that's what he does. He's on the fringe where everything he says sounds crazy.
Right.
Until it ain't.
Until it ain't. Until it ain't.
Until it ain't.
You know who I want to give credit to as a standout performance? I could not stand this character, but they made sense. And that's Amanda Julia Roberts knocked that out the park because I thought she was despicable, but she had sense to her character. Like she couldn't get out of the way of her own racism and her own bias to actually communicate with people. But you could see the layers and the levels to her, because she would say things and I'd be like, I can't stand her, but she's right. She's
right. She's right.
You know, it's just, and then Julia Roberts just did a good job of just showing us like different spaces that person. I've met this person a million times. I've met Amanda a million times over. Yeah. And she hit all the notes, all the tones. And then second for me was Ruth, because I'm Team Ruth from the time the film started up until she did that dumb shit and stood in front of the cabin and didn't get inside the house, get inside the cabin. That's the only time I'm like, yo, you all the way fumbled, because that just didn't make no sense.
You stand there like it was a T-Rex. Maybe if I don't move, they
like,
can't
what are you
see
doing?
me.
You literally have shelter right here to keep you from all of this madness.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
two characters stood out.
They're deer, not bears.
Mahershala, and this isn't to be disrespectful to Mahershala because I'm a huge Mahershala fan. I thought he did a good job, but I guess I was expecting, I don't know, more, I guess. He was kind of just a little kind of like one note, one tone. But it wasn't a bad performance. Let me be clear. It was not a bad performance. It's just when I saw him as the headline, I just thought I was gonna get a little bit more. You know, I think Ruth, the actress that plays Ruth, acted circles around Mahershala.
Yeah, and I think it might just be more natural personality. I think Mahershala toned it way back and he played straight, because it's always like where he knew more than what he was saying, and at the end we kind of find out what it was, but it wasn't enough of a bombshell reveal for the way that he had been acting the whole time. It's like, dude, you should have been out with that shit off top, or you know what I'm saying, or nothing, or something. You should share that with your daughter to put us up on game. Okay, maybe you don't trust these Caucasian people, but you should have put us up on game. You know, and I thought about what you said earlier about it's scary that Barack and Michelle produced this. But once I think about it, it's not.
Okay.
Only in the point is, if you're trying to make a point, how do you take a big swing? You know, there's a bunch of books out there that are worthy of a, motion picture being made on them. There's excellent books of all different genres. But if you really want people to think about and to react to not only how we treat each other, to start somewhere, start working on not being useless if the shit were to go down. How do you do that? How do you get people to reflect on this piece? Because I think one of the things about what was their daughter's name? Rose?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Got it on IMDb. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I think one of the things about the little girl who just wanted to get away and watch Friends is, which this is going to sound extremely ironic and very meta for exactly what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That watching as much media as this is a form of escapism.
Oh, yes. Come on. Keep talking to me.
And that, just like I know people right now that their escapism from their problems, from their day-to-day, is alcohol and drugs.
Okay.
Those are the evils of society, and it's easy to look at that. But we don't realize that the other evils of society that have crept in on us is TV, media, TikTok, all of the things that distract us from life. We all know people who can get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and once they start, they go down the rabbit hole, you look up and it's 4 hours later. You're like, what the hell? And it's distraction. And that's why we don't know anything. I mean, it is literally against the law in other countries to put some of the stuff on TikTok that we have on TikTok. It's literally against the law, about stuff about our food. We don't know anything except what they give us. And we're at the point now, post-Trump, that hell, we don't even trust the news. It's all fake news. It's all misdirection. We don't trust anything. We don't trust our fellow man. We don't trust the news. And even what they've been feeding us as media, we don't trust that shit either.
Yeah.
And I think Barack and Michelle, for them to make this made the most sense, to take a big swing, to get people to reflect on this. But not only that, they have enough juice to get Ethan Hawke, Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, and Kevin Bacon all in the same film to act this out in a way that we believe this. So this wasn't a damn Lifetime movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like you said, Julia Roberts, she killed it.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand her character.
Could not stand
but
her.
She killed it. And I'm not a Julia Roberts fan at all. But she killed it. Kevin Bacon, in a short bit that we see, I believe him as a doomsday prepper.
I do.
Absolutely right in everything that he said.
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali, I think he pulled it back too much, and if he had given us some more real emotion.
Yeah.
And Ethan Hawke was kind of, the oblivious, useless male in this society, and he's probably the kind of guy, if he got a flat tire, he can't take the spare out.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy that I can't really do anything because I have someone else to do everything for me.
Yeah.
There's a service, there's an app for that.
All of that, every single thing you just said. I like this approach because what's his, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Cormac McCarthy, he did The Road, which is an excellent book, man. It's one of the few books that literally made me cry like a baby on a plane, man. I was inconsolable. That book was so good. And the thing that made that book so good, they did a movie and it's trash. Don't see the movie. The movie's horrible. With Viggo Mortensen.
The movie was it Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah, it's terrible. But anyways, let me get back on track. But the thing about Cormac McCarthy in that story is that it's very rooted in a space of reality that you can fully be on board with and go through the struggles of this dad trying to make sure that his kid survives this post-apocalyptic kind of thing. It felt like that. Whereas it also had hints of, I don't know if you've seen Cabin in the Woods. It's another one of those M. Night projects, I think.
The recent one with Dave Bautista?
Yeah. Where it's just a bunch of isolation and it's like the rapture's coming. And it was really very isolated with these characters dealing with this end of the world kind of thing. I liked that. Netflix took a swing a couple of years ago with a satirical piece on the end of the world one called I know
what you're talking about. I watched that.
Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up. Yeah. And once again, it got a lot of people really upset. A lot of people, consider it left-leaning media. And I can understand why you would think that. I can certainly understand why people would think this is going to be left-leaning simply because Brock's name is on top of it. But to get back to the point, Don't Look Up was very satirical. It's very tongue-in-cheeky with a lot of the stuff that's going on, but it still had this big message. There's no satire in this. This is more Cormac McCarthy. This is more The Road. It feels like you could see yourself in this kind of situation, and what do you do? I think Julia Roberts was perfect by asking those questions. She asks the best questions in the whole show.
She did.
What is our plan? What are we going to do? I want this thing. She was kind of like the voice of a lot of people behind that mask of Karenism. So I could totally get that. I needed that. That's what a movie like Don't Look Up kind of didn't have because it was so tongue-in-cheeky. So I liked the way that they were telling this story to make it feel like, yo, this could happen. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying you need to go doomsday prep or anything like that. But it felt like this actually could happen. And to co-sign what you're saying about Kevin Bacon, I know some doomsday preppers, not very good ones. And they're really, some of them are pretty quacked out, but there is you do have to give them a hat tip regarding if what they believe is right or wrong. They are prepared in a sense, you know. And I liked how Danny was saying, like, listen, at the end of the day, all I can do is protect mine. That's it. You know, I don't know why and the how, and that don't even matter no more, man. And he was looking like at GH, he was looking at Mahershala Ali, and it's like, dog, are you not here? I need you to wake up, my guy. This is happening.
When Mahershala said to him, he said, man, we're friends. He said, that's the old way. It's just dead, dog.
That ain't it, man.
When we used to play poker every Tuesday night, that shit's over with.
It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Roof. Danny and Roof had the most realistic approaches to me. You know, I may not agree with Doomsdayers, but Danny, I get it. That was rooted in a truth that I understood completely. And the same with Roof. Because I think that was my problem, I guess, with GH, with Mahershala's character, is that you have this educated man who's, you know, financially educated. He's in the room with people that are movers and shakers. He sees how things move, and even that dude is just oblivious, absolutely oblivious. His daughter's like, "What are you doing? You just trust these people? Like you knew him yesterday." And I think that when I was done with GH's character, when he stood and was going to die, dog, for Clay and his son, I'm like, you just met them yesterday, my guy. Yesterday. Like, you're gonna die first and then ask the question, like, I need to know how far in you're in with this. Nah. If you would have had that question before that scene, then maybe it wouldn't have infuriated me. You know, if they were sitting there smoking a joint or whatever it is, and like, I need to know you're A1. You know, I need to know that we're gonna do this together. Then that would justify that scene. But for him to just be there and be like, I'm gonna pull the gun on a dude with a shotgun, dog, I was done. I was so pissed off at that scene. I'm like, this is bullshit. Okay, I'm done.
No, I understand, but I also understand too. Even though Barack and Michelle produced this, at the end of the day, this wasn't made by Ryan Coogler or Nia DaCosta or whatever. And the thing is, the trope has forever been that Black people in media are so trusting and so helpful that we will go out of our way to make other characters and stuff feel safe. You know, especially not to turn, because depending on how they play that scene, you could have turned Mahershala into the bad guy, and then you'd have left from the movie like, he had something to do with this shit. Like, you know, he knew all along or whatever. Instead of him just being, at the end, more inept. You had all the information. It's almost like the story that the little girl told, you know, I'm waiting on God to come pick me up. I gave you a report. I sent the dude in a boat. I sent the dude with a helicopter. What else? What other signs are you waiting on?
Yeah.
And that was kind of his character. He was the dude, like, I got all the signs. I done this all my life. I done read all the signs, and I didn't believe. I didn't want to believe. It could be this. Right. You know, what else are you waiting on, my guy?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Danny had a doomsday. I'm sure he had a panic room and all that shit at his house. These other people who built one on the low, they had a nice ass one. He had this dark ass in-law suite downstairs. Like, dude, you got all the information. You have been in the room and you ain't prepared for shit.
Like, you've known, man. You were there with the guy that's in the room. You're in the room with the guy that's in the room. And you
and it makes me wonder, because like, really, like, he had that one. What is it about Black people? He had one damn pistol in the house.
And never used it.
What is, bro? Like,
that's
dude,
just
because what the end scene, what that reminded me of, and not her watching Friends, but them seeing the chaos that was going on in New York City. It reminded me of that. Is how you get to something that was far more, I don't want to say boring, but far more post-apocalyptic, I guess. Okay. The series Silo that was on Apple TV.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how you get to Silo. you know, and instead of one person having a panic room and next door neighbors having a panic room where, you know, a community of people who kind of know some shit, they start digging because shit is going down, you know, but then still the same thing happens. The power struggle for the people who are in power, they become the old government again, you know, and now the lie is better. Now we can't let nobody out, or we kill them and let them out to, you know, so that the truth don't come out, type shit. So
Yo, the only person I feel bad for in this show, the only person I feel bad for is the poor little Mexican lady that was walking down the street. She's like, I just need some help. You know, it's everybody else had options. That poor little lady had no options, like whatsoever. She's literally just, all she got is the wind at her back, dog.
I am literally confused.
On her feet.
I'm confused by the little Mexican lady, though.
Okay, talk on it.
Just because, you know, I mean, and you have the, you know, your racist people, whatever, be like, you know, this is America. She didn't speak American. No, but I also assume that most, you know, 90% of the, you know, people, immigrants in this country are bilingual. You know, they are far outpacing us. Like, it's really, I mean, I used to speak fluent Spanish and I don't anymore because I didn't have anyone to talk to. I spoke fluent German, wrote it, read it, but I didn't have anyone to speak German. And that's, you know, I lived in Germany for 4 years, so that's why. But I mean, you know, family stuff. So I spoke fluent Spanish, but that lady was talking because she was upset, afraid. I didn't understand shit she said. She said house a lot.
I heard rojo and house.
Yeah. You know, there's a couple of other things I was like, oh, okay. Is that you know, that Spanish level 101? I was like, but no, you need to be at 401. And really, that's another thing too. You have to think about Black America. We have such a small population of people. I mean, even white America is a small population of people. And if you really look at it, immigrants and people from other nations are ones who have the numbers, have the overwhelming numbers. We need to get on their page. Hell, like you said at the end, the Koreans or the Chinese, maybe they the ones doing it. I don't know. It seems to me like, I know the Japanese have been buying up. They bought 80% of New York real estate since World War II. Listen, all I'm saying is we need to figure out what some of these other folks are doing, speak some of their languages and figure some stuff out.
Yeah. I think the angle that I really liked was that A, you didn't know who the enemy was, and B, it was going to allow the country to tear itself apart. And then the coup the coup d'etat is actually tied into a type of civil war. And I think that what makes this movie poignant is because the country is so divided, and people are always talking about civil wars on the brink, on the world. I'm not saying it is, I'm saying it isn't. But to see a film like this, and then you see like the steps as to where the tension is currently, and how you can kind of see how those pieces kind of like fit together, and how it can seem like a plausible thing. That to me, it kind of does give me a little bit of some goosebumps. But there is that moment when you see Amanda and you see Rose, and they actually finally see each other. Finally, you know, when they're in the cabin, and she's like, you know, I'm just as scared as you. I'm missing my mama. This and third. I don't have anybody, and that's how. And they finally had it, but by then, it's too late. It's just too late.
Yeah, I see. You know how they try to redeem Amanda's character a little bit by her coming back and pulling the thing to save Ruth. You know, being the mama figure that she needed to protect her from the big bad deer. Yeah. Well, that's what that's implying, is the mama figure. I'm here to protect you. Like, yeah, but that was also a little bit of redemption for Amanda's character, because she's been a bitch this entire goddamn movie. So yeah, I sincerely believe Amanda, the character of Amanda, wouldn't have given two shits about GH and Ruth if they weren't in a position of power by having that home and having the supplies. It'd have been a totally different situation. But if it was flipped, that GH and Ruth had rented the house
Oh, they would have kicked him out
for the weekend. Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They would have came right in and be like, well, shit, it's our house, so you don't have to like it, but you ain't staying here.
Yeah, but Ruth even addressed that the magical Negro moment, which GH suffers from this entire film, the magic Negro, and she's like, "Yo, they left, came back, and we're still in the basement." Like,
yeah.
Like, Dad, what are you doing?
Even Ruth was like, "Why'd you let him back in?" He's like, "That's the right thing to do." And that's why it wasn't unbelievable for him to put himself in harm's way to save this other man's kid, because it's the right thing to do. But again, you that man on top of the roof waiting on, the lifeboat, the helicopter, just dumb as shit.
I would have never put those two together, and it makes perfect sense. Yeah, that little girl was talking about GH. So maybe my issue, like I said, I don't have an issue with Mahershala. We've seen him deliver. It's just the character. It's the character that's a little infuriating. It's like this dude. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I guess that's a good place to kind of like stick a fork in this. This is I enjoyed the project. Like I said, I still give it like a 7 out of 10. It's very thought provoking. Oh, I guess I got one more small thing. The one thing that I thought was interesting was the way they made sure we didn't forget about nature. We see it with the deer. We see it when they talk about the migration pattern shifting as a result of probably, fewer electromagnetic waves in the air. They made a poignant moment to show the planet as seen from the moon. There's a famous line from an astronaut who says, and gosh, I'll have to paraphrase it. The gist is that no matter what issues and problems that we have, once you leave the planet and you look, you have this moment of realizing that that's it. That's all there is. All the infighting and stuff that you have, that don't mean nothing anymore. You are a part, we're all part of this one thing. And we got a chance to kind of see that. And then not only to make it even more poignant, we see, I forgot what it's called when the earth eclipses the sun, but we see an eclipse. Yeah.
Lunar eclipse.
Yeah, it's like the changeover, it's like, I thought them bringing in nature was interesting. I don't know if I get all of the aspects of it. Like the deer just know. I don't know. That seems a little odd, but I get the fact that nature at the end of the day is going to continue. Nothing changes for the planet.
Well, to see that animals react to the electromagnetic waves of Earth, I mean, it's no different than people reacting to the tide of the ocean and things like that. So there's a lot of things and draws to the earth, some of it like, it's completely logical. And then, you got people out here talking about, this crystal has this healing property. Like, okay, you get out of here with that bullshit.
But the star line.
Read my palm next. Get the hell out of here. So, I mean, but and that's the thing. We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that this was I think this was very smartly done. Like you said, it was a completely different take on sort of the same kind of thing as Don't Look Up and other apocalyptic movies that we have seen. But this was low-key scary.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I'm extremely good with directions. So, and I was great with directions before, what's that thing? What's it called?
Google Maps?
GPS, yeah.
GPS,
before GPS, I was good with maps and I mean, directions and all that. I didn't need it. But now, it's driving me crazy. But I think it was interesting how he drove a short distance from the house, couldn't find his way back to town. He found his way back on a wish and a prayer. And it's just small things like that. And that's the thing, like the post-apocalypse will happen to us just because we don't know shit. Like I remember simple stuff. Like when I was growing up, my grandmama had a set of Encyclopedia Britannica in the house. And I'm sure somebody came and sold them, and You know, you had all of them except for, you know, K or some shit like that. It's like, what's happening? You know, it happened to this letter. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, but the thing is, right now, we Google everything, right? Google is the company, and it's so synonymous with searching for information that you just say, you don't search for information, you Google it. So when Google goes down, when you can't Bing it, when you can't ask Alexa or Siri, then what? You know, I remember I had a book in high school that we wasn't supposed to have. I think it's illegal. I think it's still illegal, the Anarchist Cookbook.
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the need to know how to do simple stuff, we don't have that. And we would go back to the Stone Ages overnight without technology because we rely on it so much that all the stuff we used to know, we don't know. Just remember, like, pre-cell phones, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would still go out to the club or go out and get girls' numbers. And you had like a little black book, or you had, you know, little slips of paper, you wrote it out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And you put those, you know, together, whatever, to call, make your calls or whatever. But now, my brother, who I talk to every single day, if you gave me a couple minutes, I could think of his phone number, but I don't know it right now. I just go to my phone and look for the last time he called me and, you know, call him. Or you pick up your phone, hey Siri, you know, call Romar. Hey Alexa, you know what I'm saying? Call Chuck. But if somebody, you know, if something happened, technology went out as an EMP blast, and said, oh, I gotta get in touch with Chuck. His number was, I know it's a Hawaii area code, 808. Shit, I don't know. Send him carry a pigeon. Shit, I don't know how to get in touch with him. So, you know, our reliance on, one of the things that showed in this movie was our reliance on technology is ridiculous. And it would be a bad sign for us if shit like this were to go down.
Yeah.
You know, and then we have our younger generation, this generation Alpha or whatever they're called. We could be in deep shit because they have almost been trained by us to revert to escapism. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Not my problem. Listen, I'm just going to watch TikTok. Oh, what happened to TikTok? Oh, you know, like, they don't even know how to entertain themselves. That little girl, that thing said America's being attacked. There's chemicals and radiation. You know, you need to find shelter. I don't give a shit about my family. Hold on, let me see how this last episode goes.
All I care about is the last episode.
Yeah, let me see how this last episode goes.
You talk about scary. There was a moment, like, I know when the technology of warfare is on some I can't believe type levels. You know, I'm sure there's stuff that's going on behind closed doors in the war machine that would absolutely terrify you. I got a glimpse into something that I didn't know anything about. I have no idea how much this is based in fact or fiction or science fiction, but the whole sound thing, and then seeing the effects of radiation traveling through sound, and then seeing this kid lose his teeth, you would think he would have like walked in a nuclear reactor, and you're seeing like the after effects of that. Like, that kind of stuff too. It's like, it's one thing to talk about the culture of technology and TikTok and all of that, but then you start thinking about the technology of warfare. And it's like, is there a bunker for that? You know, there's no shot for that. There's no, duck and cover for that. You know, when we were kids and we did the tornado drills. My mom told me when she was a young lady that they would do nuke drills. To prepare for fallout. There's no drill for that. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And I'm sure that's just the tip of the horrific things that the war machine can do when you invoke technology into it as well. That part was like, wow, what do you do for that? Like, that's crazy. Antibodies ain't fixing that, you know?
It is crazy. Just, nuclear fallout, nuclear drills. And if they just knew that all you had to do was jump inside a refrigerator.
Dun, 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 dun. Yo, we're going to end on that note, my guy. Hey, listen, if you've been enjoying the conversation that we've been having, just the way we just chop it up, please hit that subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. If you want to get to know this gentleman a little bit better, Rakai, yo, let them know how they can reach you, my guy.
On all social media at DiamondMind, DIAMONDMYND. It's all about this right here.
Yo, you a wild one for that one, my guy. Hey, big huge shout out to the Geekish Network. This is where we got our roots from, where we got started. Check them out. There'll be a link in the description. You can just go YouTube.com/Geekish Network and see where it all began. Hey, thank you so much for spending your time. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all got to say in the comments, and we'll catch y'all on the next project. All right, y'all. Peace.